Now we have seen almost examples for all these three genders from Pullinga onwards to Napumsakalingam. All three genders we have seen how words will be having the gender, not the things. Next we'll move on to the Vibhakti section. Vibhakti, which means we know already we are using them also. In every language there are some Vibhaktis. What we say in English, cases. Those things are called Vibhaktis. So naming them is very simple. Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, in that way 7 Vibhaktis, 1 to 7. Just we are depending on the number only, we are going to name them as Vibhaktis. Prathama, which means first one, Dvitiya, second one, in that way. But what does if I say Prathama Vibhakti, what is the meaning of that? Then always Prathama Vibhakti will be as a subject in a sentence. If you take someone is going, for example, Rama is going, that Rama will be in Prathama Vibhakti. So subjective. So that Prathama Vibhakti that will come for subjective matters. So that is called Prathama Vibhakti. You can see the meaning sentence over here. See in Sanskrit they have written one sentence. Devaha asman rakshati. Here Devaha is in Prathama Vibhakti. Nominative also we call, subjective also we can call for this Prathama Vibhakti. So Devaha. So that's the reason in this sentence Devaha will be in Prathama. The same way when we will go to the next case, which is Dvitiya, accusative or objective case, that is what Devam. I am eating something, I am drinking something. So these kind of things. If I ask a question what, then the answer will be in objective case. So in English also, what kind of usages for there in English, that also I have mentioned over here. You can see to. For example, I am going to. In that way, the Vibhakti will be, the case will be Dvitiya, which means objective. Then if I move on, then Tritiya, the third one is called instrumental. See, for example, so here the example you can find Rakshasaha Devena Taditaha, whatever. So Shalam Vahanena Gachami. Vahanena is a instrument over here. Then Hastena Khadami. Hastena is a instrument over here. So if a word ends with 2 dots like Ramaha, then the word is in Prathama Vibhakti. If the word is ending with M, like Ramam, then the word is in Dvitiya Vibhakti or objective case. If it is Ena, for example, Ra, Me, Na, so Ena, right? So then this word is in instrumental, or it's an instrumental case sentence. In English, how I am going by car, I am going to Bangalore by car, I am going to Singapore by flight, I am going to somewhere by train, in that way, by. So when we use these kind of sentences, they are in instrumental case, we need to understand. Then fourth one is dative, the receiver. How receiver? I am giving a pen to my friend. To, I said here, to or for. I am writing a letter to my friend. I am going to. In that going, only the exception is going. When I am saying this one, going, the destination, when this destination part is there, then Dvitiya Vibhakti come there, not fourth, Chaturthi Vibhakti. Apart from that one, we have to consider all the other parts, like to, where and all we use. To him, I am giving something to someone. That moment, dative case will begin. So Aham Devaya, in Sanskrit, Aya. If we add this Aya to any word, it will become Ramaya, Krishnaya, or Govindaya, Ganeshaya, whatever, like Achyutaya. So then the word is in dative case, fourth case. So Prathama Vibhakti, which tells about Karta or a subject. Dvitiya Vibhakti will tell about the object, Karma. Tritiya Vibhakti will tell about the instrument, with, by, in that way. Chaturthi Vibhakti will talk about receiver, like I'm receiving something from someone, or I'm using this usage only mainly to or for. That time I need to understand that the word is in Chaturthi Vibhakti or fourth case. Then if I move on, there are 4 more or 3 more. Let's consider majorly 3. Panchami, ablative case we call them, which means apadanam, point of separation from. How? I am coming from city. The leaf is falling from a tree. The person is falling from the horse. Someone is jumping out from the building. So this from, whenever we need to use the word from, that tells about Panchami Vibhakti, point of, when we, the understanding level they are saying point of separation. See, if a leaf is falling from the tree, it has separated and falling away or going away, then we need to use this Panchami Vibhakti. Devat, here At, okay, Devat or Ramat. If I take Rama word, Ramat. Do you understand? So then the 6th one is called, which is Shashti Vibhakti. It just tells about the possession or relation. How someone's Rama's son is Lava, in that way. Or whose pen is this? It is my pen. My, the relation has come. So just we are adding one letter over there, Siya. How? If the word is Rama, then I'll just say Ramasya. If the word is Krishna, Krishna Siya, it's his or her or someone else's apostrophe as general in English, or of someone's relation, in a relation. It's not just a relation between the people, it's the relation with the things also, with the places also. How? For example, if I take an example, Satya Sai Grama is in Chikbellapura, right? We know that one. So Satya Sai Gramasya Janaha. Satya Sai Gramasya, these Janaha, I said people of Satya Sai Grama. See, of has come, or those people who are related to this particular place, they are called Satya Sai Grama's people. So that part is considered Sambandha or possession or relation. So then we need to use Shashti Vibhakti. Then the 7th one is Saptami, locative case. Location, we see that one in some shop, maybe we can see that one, some malls or movie theaters. Where are they? They are in Bangalore, they are in city. So in, on, at, whatever the usages are in English. So that is called Saptami or location. Locative case, we say that. How? A, just A. If the word is Rama, it will become Rame. Krishna, Krishne. Achyutaha, Achyute. Like this. See, Devaha, Deve. In that way, we need to use these cases actually. Okay. So then the last one they have given, Sambodhanam, you can find over here in the last column, vocative, to address someone. Just we call, hey, come here, or like, hey Rama, come here, or hey someone, come here. So that moment, if I am calling someone, vocation, calling, hey Deva, they have written. So it just simply, we generally in Sanskrit, if we don't add any vibhakti at the end of a word, for example, if I write Rama, just Rama, Ramaha is not there, Ramam, Ramena, Ramaya, Ramat, or Ramasya, Rame, nothing is there, just simply Rama. Then we need to consider the word is in Sambodhana or vocative case. See, generally in shlokas they will write Rama, Vakratunda Mahakaya, we say. Kaya is not there. So Ganesha, Rakshamam, we say. So we are calling him, O Lord, O Ganesha, O Rama, protect me, or give me this thing, that thing, we pray. That moment we are calling. That is why it is called vocative, to addressing. We are addressing the God, we are addressing our teacher, we are addressing our friends, we are addressing our parents, we are addressing our brothers or sisters. That moment we are using this vocative case. So these are all about cases. Now we'll move to the complete table of something. See, you find here mainly vachanas I want to explain over here. Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam. See, this column, what I said, Dvivachanam, it's a special thing in Sanskrit. How? Because if I write boy, it's an English word, boy. What's the plural form? It's a singular. What's the plural form? Boys. Okay, how do you consider singular or plural? Simple. If there is a person, only one standing somewhere, so some boy is standing. If there are two or more than one, not two or more than one. If more than one is there, that is considered plural in English, right? But in Sanskrit, there is one more vachanam only for two members. Then plural, which means more than two. In Sanskrit grammar or in Sanskrit usages, if more than two you find some people or something, whatever the way, that is what called plural only in Sanskrit. These two are called dual. Okay, one is called singular. That is how the usages will be there in Sanskrit. Okay, for example, we can see over here Rama is there. Okay, it's in Strilinga. Rama ekavachana, Ramaha bahuvachana, plural. See, depending on the vibhakti also they have given. Prathama is, I said, subject. Rama asti, one girl is there. Ramaha, yeah, okay, Ramas, so many Ramas are there, or girl is there, girls are there. Then who are you saying? I am seeing a girl, let us say. Then I am seeing girls in that way, or I am seeing boys, or I am seeing movies, or I am seeing books. I am seeing a book, I am seeing books. So Tritiya, the usages will be different, but only thing we need to see how the usage of ekavachana and bahuvachana. Mainly let us consider only these two, ekavachanam and bahuvachanam, singular and plural. Later we can go for dvivachanam also, but you need to know there is a separate one only for two things, which is called dvivachanam in Sanskrit. Okay, so Rama, Rame, Ramaha, Ramam, Rame, Ramaha, Ramaya, Ramabhyam, Ramabhihi, Ramayai, Ramabhyam, Ramabhyaha, Ramayaha, Ramabhyam, Ramabhyaha, Ramayaha, Ramayoho, Ramanam, Ramayam, Ramayoho, Ramasu. Okay, that is how all 7 vibhaktis are shown with the vachanam. How many? Then one more Sita word, that is also in the same way, because this is also in Strilinga. Why? Dirgha you can see over here, prolonging one. Okay, next one is Phalam, Napumsakalingam, right? It has an end of amkara. So we need to understand one more point. Depending on the gender, depending on the lingam, the vibhakti table, the cases, the vibhaktis will change their forms. See, for example, if the word is Ramaha, then Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha should have happened. If it is in Strilinga, Sita, Site, Sitaha should have happened. But here it is in Napumsakalinga. So Phalam, Phale, Phalani happen. So one more important point over here is that Tritiya Vibhakti onwards till the end, this Napumsakalinga word will be similar to Pullinga. Will be similar to Pullingam. Okay, I'll write Pullinga. But only first two will have some changes. Only first two vibhaktis won't be there like Pullinga, like Ramaha word, but third vibhakti onwards, all of them will go as Rama word or as any Pullinga word. That is what important point. So today we have learnt Linga. First we have seen how to first we have seen Maheshwara Sutram, then how we understood that how the origin or the origins of the letters we have seen, how alphabet, the table has got formed from Maheshwara Sutra we have seen, how Maheshwara Sutra will have Maheshwara Sutras or aphorisms of Shiva they have come up we have seen, for what he has beaten the drum we understood. Then we had started with the Linga, how to identify a particular word's Linga we understood. We should not see the meaning of the word, but the word itself is having the gender. We saw or understood that For example, if a word says pashanaha, it's in pullinga. Why? Because a is there end of the word. For example, mala, prolonging letter is there at the end of the word, a, mala, right? So even if the meaning is garland, which is non-living thing, but we don't consider the word is in napumsakalinga, but we consider the word is in strilinga. That we understood. And then if any word has an end of ma or then we should consider that word is in napumsakalinga, but there also we should not see the meaning. For example, mitram, I said mitram, which means friends. If I go for the meaning, then I should consider the friend. If the friend is a boy, then the word is in pullinga. Okay, if the friend is a girl, then the word the friend to be in strilinga. But the word itself, mitram, I should see only the word mitram ended up with ma. So the word mitram is considered as napumsakalinga, but not pullinga or strilinga. These are the important points over there. Then later we have seen all 7 cases, how to use them maybe. For example, if I say Rama is coming, yeah, Rama is coming, Rama is in prathama vibhakti, the subject, I am just concentrating on subject over there, Rama. Then I am eating a fruit is eaten by me, like. So now here karma, which means object is there. I am going to school, object is there. Okay, so objective case. Then I am going to city by car, so by, instrument is there. I am eating by my hands. Okay, so by, there is an instrument when we use by, right? Like chamasena khadami, hastena khadami, in that way. Then if I come to 4th one, I am giving a pen to Rama. So to Rama, I am writing a letter to my parents. So to someone, I am giving someone. There is a receiving part and giving part. So whenever the meaning of the sentence will be receiving and giving, that time we need to use chaturthi vibhakti. Then if I come to Panchami, the 5th one, ablative case, which is getting separated from a particular thing or a place or a person, that is what called Panchami vibhakti. For example, how? Vrikshat parnam patati. So a leaf is falling from a tree. Okay, the rider is falling from a horse. Then ashwat patati, vrikshat patati. So at, which means Panchami vibhakti, ablative case. When I go to Shashti, which tells about the relation between a person, between a thing, between an animal or whatever, like it's my pen, it's his pen. So then Ramasya lekhani, sya, right? Then Ramasya pustakam, then Ramasya pita, Ramasya mata. So whenever I am telling a relation with a person or with a thing or with whatever, then it will be considered as 6th case, which is relative case. Then 7th one is locative case. Just I am identifying the location over there. For example, I am in Muddainahalli, in, right? So aham Muddainahalli grame. Okay, grame, I am there in Muddainahalli grama, or grame I should say. So rame, grame, nagare, vrikshe, vrikshe pakshi asti. See, vrikshe pakshi asti, right? Then akashe, akashaha, sky. I need to tell sun is there in the sky. So akashe, right? Akashe suryaha asti, akashe chandraha asti. That is how we need to use this locative case. So these are all about the cases. And after that, I told about vachanas after having the table of 2 lingas, strilinga and napumsakalinga. I have shown them how to use. Ekavachana means singular, bahuvachana means plural. Dvivachana means dual, I said. One is there singular, 2 of them are there. Then dvivachanam, more than 2, let us go for plural. Before that, if 2 of them are there, that is not plural, that is dual. So more than 2, then that is plural. These 3 are the important point in Sanskrit. This structure is very less in our native languages, I think. Okay, these are all major points from this lesson. So I'll give some assignments. You need to write the assignments and submit it to the respective teachers or respective coordinators. We'll see you all in the next class. Thank you.